Stop that because of copyright issues. But anyway, title is The Devil's a Liar. I don't know if you guys seen the other thing of what I put, but is in conclusion to that. It's now about like 8 something at night, Pacific Standard Time. For all my brothers and sisters around the world, shalom, and Lord bless everyone. Be safe, be vigilant. Don't let the devil tempt you, or don't let the devil use you. And I say this because things that have been, how do you say, surrounding me. I don't know if you guys heard one of my other videos of me talking about I'm surrounded by snakes. Not only am I surrounded by snakes, I'm surrounded by hyenas, chameleons, jackals, serpents. We're talking about different types. We're talking about chameleons with lizards, reptiles, things that are not good for us. And these entities want to lay down with us. And we're not supposed to lay down with beasts. And when we tell people this, some people laugh. Others, they just, shake their heads and blow us by. And then later down in life, they begin to remember, oh, wow, someone said this before. And I was a little bit younger, but I dismissed them. That's because he wasn't ready. A lot of people, get mad and get upset at the mighty Lord, talking about, all their struggles and pains and all the heartaches that they're going through. But he gave us choice. It's a two-lane street. You either go up or you go down. There's no in between. It's one or the other. You flow it one way or you're flowing the other way. And there's a lot of weekend warriors, right now talking about how they're going to heaven and all of this and all of that, just because they go to church on the weekend. And even though the mighty Lord told me don't judge people, some people earn their stripes just by, doing what they do. Just like the way he told me. You don't go to church. You haven't stepped in the church since your grandmother passed away. You haven't even gone to a funeral or stepped through the archways because of that. And you punish yourself. But time has come. You now reached a level to where you now can see, you can understand, you can listen. You can ask questions, and there's no such thing as a stupid question. Even though society today, they mock us, they laugh at us, oh, look at that stupid person. And then I start looking at society today, and I start looking at the ignorance. And it's coming from all shapes, size, and color. So before, people start blaming fingers and pointing fingers and saying, yeah, the black people are like this, while the white people are just the same. So it's the Latinos. So it's the Asians. Come on now. There's a thing where a couple of my friends, like me, we were called passport men. And even though I love black women, the devil will always tempt me. Put things that I shouldn't play around with, because not everything is good for us. It's like food. Not every food is good for us. Not everything we drink is good for us. And if we do take it, everything has to be with moderation. I smoke, so forgive me for those who are going to be like, well, you're going to die, this and that, you never go. Look, man, I made my peace with my Father. Once you make peace with your Father, everything else falls into place. And I've been repenting for some of the things that I've done, and even asking for forgiveness, and even repairing for some of the things that I've done. Fortunately, I can't raise the dead, and I can't bring people back to life, but even then, a life for a life. So I took a life, and I offered my life in return. And a lot of people, asked me why. And finally, that person finally released me from my duties. And it saw what I was seeing, and it said, I don't have to do it no more. But I've taken lives, and it's hard to give a life back. So I go out there and I make a life. The only thing different is the devil. It's so hard at work. The devils that rely on you. You know, let's say you're a homebody, you don't talk to anybody. The devil will come and say that you're no good, that you're doing these crazy things behind closed doors. And when people see what you're doing, they're like, holy crap, he ain't doing no crazy shit. He's doing things that we even fathom of doing. You know, like I tell people as an engineer, I lay down the dirt, lay down the bricks, lay down the asphalt, lay down the concrete, lay down every cable you've seen stretching out around the world. And that's just, Friday through Sunday job. That doesn't even include Monday through Friday. And I tell people I'm on vacation. 6 months out of the year, I work my ass off, and 6 months out of that year, I'm on vacation. It allows me to see things, rejoice, replenish. Because there's a lot of my friends, they're working 9 to 5 every single day, getting paid buku bucks, but they're on a hamster wheel, spinning that wheel, running real hard, spending all that energy just spinning around. When that hamster wheel stops, they're right where they started off at. So this is why I'm trying to make these videos to help others. Fortunately, my children are a little too young to understand, and hopefully when they're old enough and they see these videos, they're going to be like, yeah, my dad was speaking to us, but not only speaking to us, but also speaking to others. Because the same thing like I told my kids, man, I can't teach you what I know. You have to go to school and learn the basics, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I'm sorry. Something that I don't have the patience for. And as much as I tried, it's something very hard. But when we say the devil's a liar, the devil will come and test you. And it will test you every second of the hour, of the day, of the week, and of the month, and of the year. Every time you wake up, it's a battle. It's a constant battle. If you're with your spouse and she's weak or he's weak, the devil is going to use them as a tool against you. That's why, like I talk about, having your armor, trusting in, having faith. And although I can't say I lost my faith, but I lost faith in humanity. And little by little, it's being restored. Humanity is restoring it. Not beast, not these confused people, none of these. Man and woman are beginning to restore that faith that I lost in humanity. I mean, we're talking about around the world. So it's not just, okay, a group of people, did it. It's a bunch of people getting together and helping a bunch of people come together and grow together and become something. One thing that someone told me, and it resonated again when someone else told me the same shit, and these two people didn't know each other. This one person told me to stop punishing myself, show my glory, because my mistakes, yes, they're my mistakes. You own them. But don't let your mistake bring you down. Don't let your mistakes put barriers to where you're deflecting everything that's coming at you. And instead of receiving your blessings, you're deflecting your blessings. One of the things that with my new girlfriend, I can't say new because it's old, but it came back to my life again. And we separated due to choices that I had to make. And she ended up going through trials and tribulations because of choices that I made. We've been crossing the path for many years, like a like they're going like this, all constantly crossing each other's path. Either, let's just say, I landed in Ohio, she's leaving Ohio. I landed in California, and as I'm about to leave, she's entering California. And we've always been like that throughout the course of our lives. And we know each other since grade school. Now we're adults. She went through her trials and tribulation, I went through mine. And as kids, we hashed out a plan, If we don't find anybody, then we will come together. And it's kind of funny that the man upstairs decided to put us together again. Excuse me about that. And that's someone calling my wife's phone and doing that stupid shit. And she allowed that shit too. So that's the other thing that I'm gonna speak on too. You have to have respect for people, regardless of anything. Whether they're black, whether they're white, whatever color. Because somewhere down the line, someone's going to do the same thing you did to someone else, someone's going to do it to you. So this is why, people out here, they call me the devil. Because when they go looking for my fangs, they end up finding my fangs, and a lot more. And I do have a big bite, and a real hard one. When I bite, people's life extinguished. Not a body, not a drop of blood, not nothing. But that's my sin. I'm paying for it. So accept someone making my mistakes, and even my children. Accept you guys making my mistakes. I want you guys to be better. I came back from many years back into my country again to come back and take losses. And all the losses that I've taken, the man upstairs replaced. Took my wife away, took my daughter away, gave me another wife, gave me 2 sons. As a matter of fact, not only on top of that, and 2 girls, 2 boys, and then 2 younger kids. So the Lord replaced what he took. He took 1 child from me, and he replaced them with 6. My wife, not only did I get 1, but I had another one, and then another one. And now I'm back with my past. And even my past with, the way she is, she's a humble woman that want to help people. But today's generation, man, and these fucking sorry-ass men or thirsty-ass men, they use different ways, different means to get at someone. And this is the devil, hard at work. Your house, where you lay your head at, is your castle. And if you call yourself a king or a queen, then you must start acting like one. Don't act like a court jester or, Grand Central Tracing, where your door is basically wide open to everybody, and everybody's coming in and out, and you have no control over it. I've seen this a lot happen, right here. The lady that I'm with, yesterday she got on the elevator, and her being humble and nice, to someone else, speaking, not being rude or anything. Well, these thirsty-ass motherfuckers today right away thought that, she liked it then. She wants me. Homeboy started to stalk her and told them, yo, she's with me, this and that. Slow your roll down, man, because it ain't that type of party. People get offended and even she got mad because I had to check someone, because she didn't know how to check them. And some of you women, you guys will flirt, not realizing that you're flirting with the person, and that person with his mental sickness will take it like, you know, you really like him, and they will do things to you. This is why they end up getting raped. This is why they end up doing, you know, the stupid shit. So don't put yourself in predicaments that you shouldn't be in. And I say this a lot. It's a choice we make. And then, like I told her yesterday when I wasn't screaming at her, but we were having a discussion, and I told her, you put yourself in this predicament. And then you put me in a predicament that I don't want to be in because I have to go over there and check a person. And then if that person comes out stupid, God didn't give me these fucking hands, you know, for no reasons. It's fucking gloves, and when my hands come up in the air, it blocks the sun. People get scared. It has wiped out people just with the swipe of my hand. I wiped out armies. This is with knowledge. This is with training. This is with understanding what your gifts are. But the devil, he's a liar. The devil is going to use people right next to you. Say your wife, your children, because you wasn't disciplined enough to discipline your wife and your children inside your own household or your castle, to where your wife and your children understand the rules or regulations in your house. A lot of people don't seem to understand this, especially when you're on the pipe, when you're putting that powder up your nose, when you're putting that glass down your throat. You know, you won't seem to understand this. And people, I say this very out loud. Not everyone's your friend. You have acquaintances. So make sure that you understand what is the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. Not everyone is your friend. And I learned this through an old man Mike out here in North Beach Street, a homeless man. Always telling me none of these people are your friends. None of them. You should hear how they talk about you, you know, once you leave, and they're talking, you know, a lot of shit after you went into your pocket and you blessing these motherfuckers. And excuse my French, sir, and Lord, and everyone else that takes offense to it. I'm still working on this, and thanks to the old lady that I'm with, and I'm saying her, she's my old lady. Thanks to her, she's bringing out the best in me that I've put away and put it on the shelf. I don't need to use this no more. I'm never going to, you know, be with someone, so I don't need this no more. Let me put it on the shelf. Putting defenses around me just in case, you know, someone decides, you know, to get really close to me. There's obstacles, there's barriers, there's things to protect me before they even come close to my armor and touch me. These are things that we, as humans, have to be very vigilant of. You know, we have aunts, uncles, you know, cousins that work for the devil because of a choice they made, because some want to be rich and famous. I don't care about money. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about being number one. So for me, now, slow and steady wins the race. And a lot of people will not understand the rabbit and the hare and the tortoise. Even though they know the rabbit is fucking lightning fast, the tortoise takes his time. The rabbit fails to see everything because he's moving so fast, he's only focused at the end point. The tortoise, he knows his end point, and he's going to move.